nice in the office there. Things going on somewhere.
Some of the colors on the leaves are changing already. I guess that is a sign that summer's on the way out soon anyways. And what did I read today? How about this one? It's kind of interesting. Apparently there were drones that were supposed to be flying around certain areas as a trial, but I guess the residents said, nope, we don't want it. This one says, drone trial paused following residents' concerns. As it says here, plans for a new drone delivery trial have been paused following objections from locals. The service would see drones delivering goods with up to 6 flights a day to and from Mornington Road car park on the Isle of Wight. But some residents previously said the cow site was inappropriate. Isle of Wight Council said the start date would be postponed by 1 week to allow it to meet the residents in person to discuss their concerns. It says Isle of Wight Council said the start date would be postponed by 1 week to allow it to meet with residents in person to discuss their concerns. The trial was set to begin on the 7th of August and end on the 7th of February, with the car park closed over this period. IntelliPorts, the company behind the scheme, said it had surveyed several sites across the island but found the car park to be the most feasible option. But concerns were raised by locals who said the site was used all year round, with the closest car park almost 2 miles away. So that's kind of interesting in that regards. It's not an issue from the sounds of it here anyways, things like privacy or noise. It's about taking up space in this regards and why they don't want it in general. A spokesperson said, "We appreciate the time taken to express concerns and have heard feedback. We have therefore decided to delay the start of the trial for 1 week to allow an opportunity to meet with residents in person to discuss concerns. An event where residents can voice their feedback would be held later this week," they added. It makes me wonder ultimately whether or not it matters. For example, they're going to do it anyways, but this is kind of a way, for example, just to say, hey, we did talk to you. Kind of sounds like one of those political stuff usually. Oh, we just got to do this just to make it look like we heard these people, but still we have like our plans anyways. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how that turns out anyways. And then how about this one in terms of, I guess, people making up drone regulations and all that, and officials usually coming up with over-the-top regulations. How about this? It sounds like it was actually officials or politicians, for example, that got, I guess, in trouble for flying a drone. This one says, BRS leader Rama Rao faces charges for flying drone without permission at Kaleshwaram project. A case has been registered against BRS working president KT Rama Rao for allegedly flying a drone without permission during his recent visit to Medigada Barrage in Jayashankar, Bulapalali district. A team of BRS leaders led by Rama Rao on July 26 visited the barrage, a part of the Kaleshwaram irrigation project, to expose the Congress government and explain the facts to people. The ruling Congress and BRS have been engaged in a war of words over the damage to the piers of the Medigada Barrage, part of the project. The National Dam Safety Authority had found in November last year that the Medigada Barrage had been severely compromised, rendering it useless unless fully rehabilitated. The damage to the Medigada Barrage during the previous BRS regime was a major issue in the last year's Legislative Assembly polls. After inspecting the river Godavari flood intensity, former Minister Rama Rao posted some drone visuals on social media platform X. So that's where he got in trouble, I suppose, although I guess it doesn't 100% say whether or not he was the one that blew it and all that. It says, based on the complaint by Valley Shaikh, a case was registered against Rama Rao and 2 former BRS legislators under Section 223 BRW3 of BNS on July 29th, alleging harassment by the government. BRS sources said Chief Minister Revanth Reddy himself had earlier termed flying drones a trivial issue, and hence the case will have no seriousness. That's kind of interesting on its own. For example, let's just assume it is, quote, illegal. Their argument there is kind of like what a lot of regular people would say. They're not harming anyone and so forth. So will that actually stick here, or would it be nope? They'll punish them to, I guess, the highest extent of the law that they could. And this seemed like a random piece of news that I read today. A lot of people don't like going to the dentist, for example, but how about this one when it comes to AI? It says here, Perceptive completes world's first fully automated dental procedure on a human using AI-driven robotic system. The company is transforming dental surgery through advanced robotics, artificial intelligence, and 3D volumetric imaging. Perceptive's fully automated robotic dental system enhances speed, efficiency, and patient experience while aiming to improve the accuracy of dental procedures. So you can see all the pictures and the videos and so forth that they released. Who would actually be willing to do this, or would you be afraid? And according to this, for example, it says the proprietary system aims to complete tasks such as crown replacements in just 15 minutes, a major reduction from the current method that requires 2 office visits of at least 1 hour each. I don't know. A lot of people are already afraid of going to the dentist, even with a human. I could imagine the fact that a machine is doing it, people would be equally as, I guess, paranoid over that. But I wouldn't doubt if you'd start to see stuff like this around the world as well. Now the question is, would you actually try this? All right, see you guys later.